This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Always a pleasure, my good friend Mr. Lee Selby down here in Cardiff. Had a Joe Cordina against Rakhimov and also Gavin Gwynne in a rematch with Craig Woodruff. Nice always to speak to you, Lee. I think you remember the young me coming down to the gym ahead of your fight with, God, it must have been the Cambosos fight or something.
You was making your debut, weren't you? You was making your debut behind the microphone.
Alright, it's been a long time. How's things, bro?
All good. Everything's good. Who's going first? Go on, you go first. Come on.
We caught up a few months ago. I asked you how is retired life. I know you're dabbling in coaching a bit. When you come here and you see the weigh-ins, etc., do you miss it at all?
I didn't think I missed it, but until I come to places like this and the boxing shows, then there is a part of me that does miss it. You know, boxing's been, well, it hasn't been a part of my life, it has been my life for such a long time. So yeah, I do miss it.
Lee, obviously Joe Cordina looks to become a two-time champion. A bit of an unheard of situation in the way that he was stripped. You don't see many people become two-time undefeated in just the one weight class. A real opportunity to once again do it in the city of Cardiff.
Yes, a massive opportunity in his hometown, in front of his own fans, and everybody's rooting for him. And I believe he can become a two-time world champion.
What do you make of Shavkat Rakhimov? Probably the weirdest southpaw we'll see. Doesn't box long like most do, just sort of quite square but very tough. Always fights the same fight. You think Joe's got enough to do a job on him?
I think Joe's skill set will keep him in good stead against a fight like that. I think he's tailor-made for Joe's style. He just keeps coming forward. He's pretty easy to hit. But when he got up on the scales, then I noticed that he had the best manager of the Eastern European boxers. He manages Lomachenko, he manages Usyk, Igis, yeah. So he's got a good team, and he got one of the best trainers in the world, Freddie Roach. So they haven't come just to make up the numbers; they're coming to defend the title.
My good friend Gavin Gwynne looks to retain his British title against Craig Woodruff. A draw last time out. I spoke to Gavin a lot about it. He said he boxed the wrong fight. He underestimated him. Got dragged into a dogfight at times when he didn't need to. He told me on Wednesday it's the best camp he's had. The weight was perfect. You could see on the scales he looked incredible. You know, not even filling up at the full 135. Excited, and do you think he does it?
I'm very excited, and I believe he can win. I've seen him spam, well, not hundreds of times. I've seen him spam plenty of times in the gym. It's always been very competitive, and Gavin's really in a boring fight. With his style, he's very exciting. And I said to him yesterday, just remember what got you the title: your work rate, your fitness, your will to win, and your size, and just use it, capitalise on it, and take the fight to him.
What do you make of Woodruff? In the first fight, sort of probably made it a fight that Gavin didn't want to. I know he also broke his hand in that fight or had an injury of some sort. You think it will be different this time round?
Possibly, but Gavin's got that come forward aggressive style, and Woodruff's sort of a boxer, so it makes for a great fight. I've shared the ring with Gavin. We've helped each other for fights for years. And so I know him inside out and his style inside out. I've only sparred with Craig Woodruff once, and again he's a pretty decent boxer. But their styles should gel and make for a very exciting fight. And I'm backing my friend Gavin Gwynne to win.
How important are these big nights in Wales? Every time we come down here, we talk about what a great city it is in terms of the support, the fans that come out. Need sort of Joe and Gavin to do a job, and then be able to keep bringing big nights here, just the way that sort of yourself and Joe were able to sort of do the sport for Wales.
I was just having this conversation with my ex-cornerman Billy Reynolds, and we all need Joe Cordina to win, so we can bring these big nights back. Not just for himself, but for the whole of the country and all the young boxers coming through. It gives them a massive platform to showcase their skills, and that's what Wales has been lacking.
Does Gavin have more to fight for here? He told me that if he wins, he has a contract with Matchroom. I know that him and Eddie always got on very well. The prospect of that is exciting, and that's another thing that you fight for.
That's another big incentive, because, like you said, if he wins, he gets to sign with the biggest promotion company in the world, not just the UK, in the world. So it's a massive incentive for him. If he can win, he's in some big fights. Maybe the European title, and who knows, he could, European title next.
All right, Lee, let me ask you, World of Boxing, we're hearing lots of rumours about this sort of heavyweight tournament. First things first, do you believe it?
First have you heard? The first I've heard.
What?
The first I've heard. The heavyweight.
Yeah, but do you believe it will actually happen? Like, do you think Joshua...
What's going on?
Oh, you not heard about it? Joshua Wilder on the same night as Fury.
When it's bloody 2 fights, it's not a tournament, is it? It's 2 fights.
But if whoever wins has to fight each other, it's like a four-man tournament.
Well, if the money's right, they should fight. Well, they should fight anyway. Because I know if I was in that position, I'd fight, whether the money was right or wrong.
Haney Loma, your thoughts?
It's hard to bet against Lomachenko, but he is aging. He's had
Haney younger and fresh.
He's had all those hundreds of amateur fights, and they do take their toll.
What do you make of his comments saying that he still feels like he's undefeated and etc.? Is that just a mentality a fighter needs to have?
Whose comments?
Loma.
I'm still undefeated.
He said that he believed.
I'm still undefeated.
Well,
that's the mentality. That's the fighter's mentality.
Lee, any sort of return to the ring or no?
No, not well. If the money's right, I'll come back. I'll fight anyone if the money's right. Get me in the heavyweight tournament. I'll fight anyone.
Big Lee Selby, thank you always for making the time for me. Yeah, look forward to beating you on chess afterwards.
Listen, if you beat me in the dreams, you better wake up and apologise.
What's up, man?